What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Shooting the Shift. That's Matt.
Take two because of Milton.
That's Milton.
Hello.
He's a f***ing liability. That's Bryn. They're around that area. Right. So we're back. The normal crew is back, and in a slight change of events, they never actually went away. So this week there's been a little bit of news that's come out, which means we're putting this out the week before we release the Modified Girls podcast. Also because I have to try and sync up some video with some audio.
And he didn't do it yet, and he hasn't got the clap.
I did not do a clap.
Not learned.
I mean, it's the first time we've done it, so I've clearly learned from the mistake. But so yeah, about a half-hour episode on that. We're going to do about another half-hour episode again this week as well, because we've got one bit of news that we really want to cover, because it kind of relates back to a video we put out recently, actually.
What video is that, Bam?
That's the one where Bryn and the boys from Team Incomplete, or Team Yeet, as I was corrected by Dan, when they're all together, went to at Birmingham Wheels. And Birmingham Council are
doing a shafter.
They are being Birmingham Council, you know. They banned us all getting together and going through their lovely tunnels and making a load of noise. They don't want us to associate with anybody, which, by the way, Birmingham Council, just so you know, that's illegal under the Human Rights Act. Bryn's got a different angle to this, but I'm going to keep telling them it's illegal because it is. And now they're trying to close Birmingham Wheels because of some plants from Japan
that was there 10 years ago. So from what I know, I've done a little bit of research on it.
Okay.
Birmingham Council have managed to claim a government fund, and basically they're going to get lots of money for it. And if it then becomes houses, they'll get even more money from it. So they're getting money for money, because they're going to close it down, sell it to developers. They're going to put houses on it, so they're going to get more housing, so that's good for them.
Right.
And they're getting a grant from the government, and they're blaming it on a weed.
So hang on. Right. So not only has Boris kept me cooped up for 18 months.
Yep.
Right. But now he's taken away racetracks. There's only one thing. There's only one thing for it, right, boys? I'm not saying that Guy Fawkes had the right idea, but Milton, if you'd like to do the thing.
Tornado! No?
No, wrong thing, Milton.
The thing is, as long as I've ever heard about Birmingham Wheels, the council has been on about closing it and building houses on it, and that's been 20 odd years. And it's still there as a racetrack.
It's this persistent thing in the UK of complaining about kids getting together, hanging out and showing off their cars in public spaces, right? And then the other side of that being closing all the racetracks so they've got nowhere to go.
It's not the meets that's the problem. It's these youths and hooligans on the public streets.
Because we've kind of covered this topic before. I think we did a whole podcast on it. And Milton is right. It's not the meat itself. The ones that are quiet and people don't go revving about doing burnouts and donuts and crashing into people, they're the ones that are problem. They're the problem ones. And again, this reflects back to what we were talking about the other week of that's what gives the car scene a bad name and why they want to close racetracks in the first place. It's all full circle and it's all part of the same issue.
Yeah, there's some good stuff out there. We're going to put a link to a video that our magical Bryn appears in about not being a boy racer down in the description this week, actually.
I mean,
that's the one. Bryn's only entrance into this debate so far. I just don't obviously we're all connected with Andy from Learn to Drift, and kind of he's sharing.
He's fighting to save it though.
Yeah.
Again,
totally.
he got told 10 years ago. Matt, you might be able to chime in, but about 10 years ago, he said, "Oh, you got 6 months left," and he's kept it open for 10 years. Is it about that? Was it him or?
It was similar when I was when I was working at Project Academy when they were located at Birmingham Wheels. I was there for about 18 months to 2 years on and off, and every couple of months we would hear the rumor that they're going to close Birmingham Wheels. And every now and then, like every couple of months, we'd hear from the guy that we were renting the place from, like, yeah, the council are going to shut it down in 2 months. And you'd hear it all the time. And I just don't think it's going to come to anything as usual. But the other thing is, where it's located...
it's on an industrial estate, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you go down an industrial estate for a start, opposite a... there's a big container yard, and then next to that is a big... I don't know whether it's a waste center or I think it's a recycling center next to that. And then you go under the main line that goes into Birmingham New Street Station, which is constantly having trains go over it. And then behind the place is Birmingham City Football Stadium. Nobody in their right mind is going to want to live there between containers, a recycling center,
I think there's a junkyard as well. Stadium. I think there's like a scrap yard.
Yeah, there's a scrapyard around there. It's like I said, it's an industrial estate.
But I
don't see why anybody would want to live there.
The thing that really gets me about this is, right, it's a plant. So, like...
It's a weed, it's a problem. It spreads, and I don't know what... I haven't done much research on it, but I think it destroys wood.
Just get some, like... I'll tell you what kills all plants, right? Get me a flamethrower, I'll go and deal with it. I'll be happy as Larry, just sat there with a big old flamethrower, a bit of napalm.
And if you get it wrong, you'll take some of Birmingham with you, which is not an issue in my book.
Matt's moved out, so I see no.
Yeah, I don't live there anymore. It's not my problem.
It's that meme, isn't it? Is it Nigel? Nigel moves into a house, complains about rape. And then complains about a racetrack. It's like people moving near an airport and then complain about air traffic.
But the thing is,
it's not even people moving near it. It's just the council going, all these boys with their race cars are bad and they're naughty and we must prevent them, whatever we do.
From what I understand, this is another case of Rockingham. So when Rockingham closed, everybody was up in arms like, oh, it's all the neighbours complaining and all the rest of it about the noise. But the fact of the matter is, both Wheels and Rockingham are on industrial estates miles away from people's houses.
Rocky's actually weirdly close to houses.
Yeah, Wheels isn't that far away from houses, but they live near a football stadium as well, so they're used to the noise and with the trains going past and that sort of thing.
It's the money. It's all about money.
Yeah, the council wants more money, and that's what it's
housing
down to.
Because
I've got a solution.
They can make money, they will do.
I've got a solution for the council to make more money that affects none of us in any way, shape, or form.
Be careful what you say, Bam.
No, just put the taxes up. Just put the council tax up. Why be careful what I say here, Milton?
I thought you was going to say something extremely controversial, and I'm being politically correct there.
Right, okay.
Now we're going to move on. No wishing needed, so I'm going to stop myself. But yeah, the reason, like Rockingham, for example, that's been recently bought from, so nearly 1 million cars can be stored there by Cinch and
Rockingham's kind of a unique case because it was doomed to fail from the start.
Because it was built
for a racing series that never really got off the ground, and then half of it collapsed subsided a little bit into the ground, so half of it was unusable.
Really?
And two of the big stands were basically condemned from the start because of subsidence.
I never knew that.
That's why they were never open.
I never noticed it. I don't know which one.
Rockingham is its own case because it was doomed to fail from the start.
Yeah. They couldn't.
And the realistic thing is, like, we know someone who lives near Alton and doesn't mind the noise. We have warned him that we're going to go and make him mind the noise one day.
I've told him I'm just going to rock up at his house.
Who's Alton? Or you'd had to say?
Alton Park.
Oh, Matt's new Matt's replacement for me in his life as his new boss.
Yeah. But like,
Yeah. I've been to Alton Park actually.
Alton's a good track. I like.
Oh,
Alton.
I went to no. I only went on. We went on the tarmac rally stage that's like ice, and then they put water on it.
They run the touring cars there.
Yeah, the main track is brilliant, but the tarmac rally is like this hilly and beautiful if it was normal tarmac, but it's like ice. So you imagine wet drift. Imagine it's been a boiling hot day for about 3 months in a row, and it's had a million track days on it every day, and then there's a monsoon. That's what the grip level was like.
Yeah, that's how I wrote my first car off.
But anyway, back to wheels, right? Because we've kind of, this is kind of an endemic problem around Birmingham. I feel not the closing of racetracks, the general dislike and distrust of the car community.
I don't think it's the car community though, because they've brought in the clean air zone. I'm actually going to check this in a sec.
Yeah, because it's not in the Birmingham Wheels area.
Because they brought in this, they've deliberately called it clean air zone because they only want clean vehicles within the centre. So unless you've got, like my old Mazda 6 diesel, that didn't have to pay because that was 20 quid a year on tax, so that was clean. But everything else you have to pay. It's something stupid like £9 a day to go into the city centre.
Doesn't matter. I can't even do a tunnel run anyway.
Yeah,
doesn't that count? Like, because with this clean air thing and like the ultra low emission zone in London, there are some stupid cars which are exempt from it. Like a GS300 is exempt from the US.
Why?
I don't know. I can only assume it's because they look so good that like people are just like, damn, that's clean. No, I have literally no idea. Like,
the age thing?
It must be because a GS is not a clean car. It's a 3 litre straight six. It's not even a powerful 3 litre straight.
I distinctly remember a point where the ultra low emission zone didn't count if they didn't have the figures for your car for emissions, and they don't have the figures for the Stagia or the Spike. Bryn is officially gone because
and when he's hurry up, he's falling.
He's crashing. So basically, Matt went on a tangent that bored Bryn so much he wanted to sleep. And that was the long and short of that was NC is free to get into Birmingham. All my cars are going to cost me £8 a day. So now Matt is smuggling me into Birmingham in his boot.
Don't turn right.
Don't turn right. Don't.
Just avoid Birmingham city centre. Just
avoid Birmingham.
Nuke Birmingham. Turn the whole thing into a racetrack.
It's like when people say they should move
expand
the capital
wheels.
of the country. It's like when they said they should move the capital of the cities with Birmingham. It's like, no, don't move the capital to Birmingham.
Did anybody actually say that?
Yes.
Was it you?
No. Fuck Birmingham.
Fuck Birmingham.
Anyway.
Right, so Birmingham City Council, right? AKA the collective bunch of, I'm trying to think of an insult that doesn't insult a group of people that I don't want to insult. They're so crap that I can't compare them to anything because I don't want to insult anybody that much. They're not even politicians, mate. They're worse than politicians. They're, I would say snakes, but that's offensive to snakes.
Anyway, what's next?
They're what?
Corsa drivers.
Oh.
Anyway, part of the big problem is...
Corsa drivers.
Corsa drivers, they're a problem. But you keep saying Birmingham City Council. I mean, there's an issue for you. Birmingham Wheels, it's in a city. Weird place for a racetrack. When I first went to Wheels, I was like, oh, we are in the middle of Birmingham. And, oh, there's a track here. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, that's no different to the Sao Paulo in Brazil.
Yeah.
The thing is, it doesn't feel like it's in the middle.
The thing is, Brazil is sunny, and grid girls are still allowed there.
Actually, the other side of Brazil is the fact that all the people that live around the track in Brazil love motorsport.
So, where we've got to, once again, boys, is... Right, actually, slight difference is what we're going to do is get a really big reciprocating saw. Just cut round wheels, the whole of it. We'll get like 20 helicopters, fasten wheels to the helicopters. Then we'll take Wheels to our field what we're going to buy, and then we can have our hippie commune around it, but Wheels doesn't have to be in Birmingham anymore.
No,
We've solved the old problem. And we'll take the Japanese knotweed with us, so I've got something to set fire to.
Do you know the easiest way to solve all the problem about noise complaints about racetracks is only sell houses within the noise constraints of the racetrack to car enthusiasts?
Even better, sell the houses on the proviso that you sign a little contract that says, I have no legal right to complain about the noise from the racetrack.
Excessive noise.
I've always said that.
No, just noise.
And under that, you should include airports and nightclubs and all of that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah.
And living next door to me.
Because not only do people complain about noise about racetracks when they've just moved in, they do the same thing with airports.
Yep.
I've been there for years. The thing is, it's not. I get. It should be an excess. There should be an excessive noise. If it's 24/7 and it's a 125 4-stroke, 2-stroke motorbikes for 24/7, it's going to do you nothing.
But this is why they have restricted noise days. Most track days, you go to a track day at Donington, the limit's like 87 decibels.
We're going to Bedford. I'm going to Bedford next weekend, and it's 98 decibels.
Which in the grand scheme of things is low.
Yeah.
But the other side of this is like most of these places aren't making noise past 11 o'clock at night anyway.
Exactly.
Generally, the latest
6 o'clock.
when I marshalled at Donington, generally the motorsport was done by 5 or 6 o'clock at the latest. Occasionally, you'd get a 7 o'clock finish. 99% of the time, it's like 5 or 6 o'clock.
Which means legally, under the noise law, it's fine.
Yes.
But, it's not all about noise. Like, as we've already said, Rockingham went under because they were poor. Birmingham's going under because of money.
It's all money.
In the south is because of not having enough noise, noisy, loud, bad words.
It's also, it's space.
Yeah.
There's too many people and not enough houses. Forget the homeless.
Birmingham! Sorry.
No, wait. I've solved it.
I've solved it.
You just said there's too many people. No.
I've just.
Well, I haven't solved it. I'm going to bring back an idea.
Bam, my idea first. Shut up, Bam. My idea. You can be quiet.
Okay.
The foot is down.
Well, hurry up and say your idea.
So we need more houses, but we also want more racetracks.
Yes.
Well, car people don't have much money, so they only need a flat and somewhere to put their car, right?
Yes.
So basically, build flats on stilts above the track.
Yes.
So imagine Birmingham Wheels, but then 15, 20 foot above the racetrack is when the floor is, and then you've got a skyscraper of...
Wait,
what
even better.
Is any...
Wait. Even better. That also makes the whole thing a permanent tunnel run.
And it'll keep all the noise in because the noise can't go up.
Yep.
What all you have to do is take anybody who doesn't like cars and make them live in the south of the country.
Hang on.
Move all the racetracks up into Scotland, and then all those car enthusiasts live in Scotland. All the noise is in Scotland, everybody lives down south.
Genuinely, I've cracked it, boys. We're going to set up a GoFundMe page. If everybody would like to donate a little bit of money, we're going to buy Birmingham Wheels from Birmingham Council and then not develop it.
I feel like you don't understand how this works.
It's a couple of billion.
I'm fine with that. We'll just put a really high thing on the GoFundMe.
So it's not your money, so you don't care.
But I mean, what you're saying about, move all the people in the south and move all the racetracks north, that's kind of what's happening. Anyone who lives in the south half of the country is slowly losing tracks, specifically for drifting. They had some in the south at one point. I don't know where they were. It's the south. I don't go there. It's horrible. But as you've come north, we've still got Santa Pod, although Santa Pod can only run certain days and things like that, and not days that are best for most people. It's usually in the week. We've lost Rockingham. Birmingham Wheels is going. Like, what's left in the south now? There's D-Pad, which I'm not going to insult because it's all that's left. And Santa Pod.
Norfolk Arena.
Norfolk's around.
Norfolk is like almost like going to Scotland. It's like so out of the way.
Buxton's still in the Midlands.
Great. Love a good banger track. But you know what I mean? Like if you.
But that's the thing though. In the Midlands, you've got Santa Park, which isn't really a proper racetrack, but is better than an oval.
At least.
And then you've got Wheels, which is an oval.
Yep.
Partly. Norfolk, which is an oval. Buxton, which is an oval. Like.
Yeah, you can go that way, or I don't know which way people can see this, but you go like west for Three Sisters, or you go north for Teesside, or you go really north, like for 8 hours, and you get to Scotland.
How many fields do we need to buy to make
one?
How big the field is.
Thing is, it's not a big track. You just need to.
You don't need a lot of space. Like Driftland's not a big venue.
So let's return.
And there's a lot of wasted space in Driftland.
Let's return to our GoFundMe because 79% of the people that are watching this right now are not subscribed. So they clearly don't want us to just pay for stuff with YouTube ad money. So now they've got to give us their money. Let's return to the GoFundMe. They all donate. We get everybody who's ever watched our videos to donate. Right, it's 10,000 of them. £100 each. It's a volume of money, right?
£100,000. It's £100,000 if 10,000 people do it.
It's not.
Your maths is off.
Your maths is off quite a bit.
10,000 people, £100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Add an extra zero, Milton.
$1 million.
Is it $1 million? Yeah, it's $1 million.
Right, so all of you that have ever watched our videos, all 10,798 of you as we record this episode right now, go and donate £100 to the GoFundMe page. We will take our £1 million. We will...
And not be able to buy Driftland.
We're not going to buy Driftland. We're going to buy a field.
Yep, that's all we'll be able to afford to buy.
And then we're going to get planning permission.
Good
and
luck.
Then we're going to give Milton a digger. And he's going to dig the track.
I'm actually good on a digger. I've used a digger once. And we'll get Dan. Dan's good at digger stuff now.
He's good at digger stuff.
All right, so we'll get Milton and Dan.
And earlier, Dan came into Milton earlier.
Right, okay. Enough of that, you little pervert. Right, so we'll get Dan and Milton to dig it up. We'll give me some explosives and I'll make like a banked track by just blowing stuff up. We'll get Matt to do all the technical drawings because it seems quite obvious that we'd give Bryn the engineering type stuff. And then we'll give Bryn a mobile phone to wince into.
Bryn's just looking
find
at
out how much Driftland sold for, but I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because we're building our own. We don't need to buy a pre-done one. We're going to build our own with our £1 million.
Yeah, but £1 million will barely get you the land you need.
Mm.
You're probably going to need twice as much again to pay for the
a lot of concrete
work.
What about like we start it off just on grass? It's less grippy. Slidey boy.
It won't be grass for very long.
Nope.
Then it's a mud drift track, but eventually it gets compacted. And then eventually it gets compacted down, right?
Have you ever driven on grass competitively?
Not competitively, no.
It's awful.
Very slow. It's very slow. My friend drove my MX-5 on a grass event and he managed to get it into 5th.
Hmm.
And like it would still happily spin the wheels.
Imagine driving on snow, but it's less cold.
It's like autograss, isn't it?
Autograss cars are fast. To be fair, we'd all have to get like M&S tyres and all of that jazz, but then it wouldn't be grass for long.
All right, so how much? Someone in the comments tell me how much we need to raise, and then for the next episode that we're all on together, we'll do the maths. We'll get
It'll be a couple of million.
We'll get Buffy Racing to tell us
Why are you not
if they'll donate. Right? And then we can do that.
I have a better solution.
Right.
Instead of spending 3 or 4 million on building a racetrack, I'm just going to move to America. Bye.
But then we don't... Wait, we could do this in America for a lot less money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... retract our previous statement. Everybody donate £200 to the GoFundMe page. Us four are going to bugger off to the States with your money. But we are still going to build a racetrack. And then we'll let you fly out and drive some cars, what we buy in America, on our racetrack.
Basically, if you like cars, it's time to bail.
Big old red alert sound. Woo!
Yep, we're off to America. Milton's gone. Bye.
Milton's,
He's already gone. He's off. He's on the plane.
he's out shopping. He is well and true. They are both researching how much it costs to build a racetrack. I know they are.
No, Milton's frozen. He's died. He's blue screen.
Right. So Milton's computers died.
It did a death of blue and screen.
New plan. We're going to put a GoFundMe up for 500 quid so we can buy him a decent laptop. And I say decent, I mean absolutely dog. But apparently we need to sort Milton a new laptop out.
It's not like I work in IT or anything.
No.
He'll be fine.
So don't send your computer to Milton for repairs for a bit because it'll be just harvested. So yeah, back onto the genuine topic. You know, we've talked a lot about wanting to set up our own track, and actually, the reason a lot of tracks are closing is they're prohibitively expensive. Unlike in the States, which is why Bryn raises it. You know, in the States, you could go out into the middle of the desert, buy some land, lay down your own track.
£4.50.
Yeah.
And they do it all the time.
You could do it. You could go to Alaska where they will pay you to move there and use your paid to move to Alaska money to build Ice Road Truck as the race circuit.
In Norway, they do ice racing all the time.
Ice drifting, really? Yeah, that's what Asbo does, doesn't he, all the time? And he's got a Supra out there.
It's specifically only set up for doing ice racing. That's how much they do it.
And that's the really interesting thing. We've just talked about this, right? In the States, you want to go and do motorsport. Actually, it's relatively easy.
Well, actually, have you seen that? I think it's an American thing called the RPM Act.
No.
It's a huge thing that's going down at the moment. Basically, if you modify a car in any way that alters its emission, you're going to get there's massive fines going out.
Willing to say that's California?
No, it's USA.
Everywhere. It's the Environmental Protection Agency in general.
It's
Hang on a minute, but we can't trust them. They're the same people that put a glass dome over Springfield.
Yes, quite.
But like a couple of big YouTuber things, they're trying to fight it. They got it was going to be like $250,000 fine, but it got reduced to like 100,000 for modifying trucks and stuff.
That's a lot.
The thing is, even this might be a separate subject, but even if it's a car that's never going to be on the road again for track, it's still not allowed. So basically, they're stopping modifying cars everywhere.
Right. Okay. New plan. We're going to Mexico.
Mexico.
Because if I say we're going to go Brazil and chop down a bit of rainforest to put our own racetrack in, we're getting cancelled.
Yeah.
So
what about if we just build a time machine and go back to when things were fun?
When would that be, though?
If you were born in the 80s.
I was born in the 80s, mate.
That's only 10 years. It was only 10 years ago.
You only need to be 10 years.
Milton, what? No,
that'd only be 10 years difference. It's not a lot.
You only need to be 10 years younger than us to get some fun out of the world before all the cars started disappearing.
So what we're saying is we basically need to be born at a time that would make me 45.
Yeah, I mean, you were in that era. You had your chance.
I did not have my chance, right? 2008 my finances. COVID's them even more. And the scrappage scheme got rid of all the Renault 5 turbos.
Yeah, the scrappage scheme didn't do a great deal for car enthusiasts.
Not all of them. My friend's got one. It's a 1.2. He bought it recently.
Wait,
it's really not good.
Your friend's got a Renault 5 turbo?
He has. Not the good Renault 5 turbo, the bad Renault 5 turbo. It's a Renault 5 and it's turbocharged, but it's not a Renault 5 turbo as you know it.
I got my hopes up then that I was going to get to drive one by going, Bryn!
No. Not a Renault 5 turbo, just a Renault 5 turbo.
Right, so given our revelation that there's nowhere fun left on Earth.
Right, we're going Mars, boys.
To the moon!
Hang on, though. Think about it. If we go to Mars...
Right, I've got a plan.
No, we go to the moon because they've left moon buggies.
Mr. Musk!
So there's already cars.
Mr. Elon Musk, I am onto you. With your SpaceX and your Tesla race cars for going to Mars and doing racing tracks on Mars before the rest of us get there and other people ruin the fun on Mars for the racing. Take us with you or I'm going to tell everybody on this here podcast.
Imagine how much grip there would be on Mars and how sick the jump drifts would be on the moon.
So stadium trucks on the moon
Yeah. No, because that would be too dangerous. And Milton's gone forever.
I'm just picturing.
I hate to break it to you, bro, but gravity's lower on Mars.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's dangerous. You hit a jump too big, that's you.
To Mars.
That's it.
No.
What is gravity on Mars?
Isn't
lower.
Moon? Is Mars lower than the Moon?
The moon's like 1/10.
Yeah. I thought Mars was higher.
Do you know what
3.7.
Is it?
It's what?
Hang on, the moon is 1.62. That's not one.
That's meters per second. So Earth is 9.8, 1.6.
About 38% of this, of ours.
Yeah. What, Mars?
Yeah.
How far are we jumping on Mars, boys?
Far.
Boys, wait. If we go there, I weigh like less than a Brin.
But I will also weigh less than a Brin.
Yeah,
So
but
you weigh.
the unit of measurement of a Brin is a standard Earth unit. So I can
I
go.
don't know about that. I think it depends on wherever you are. It's a percentage of a Brin at your location.
It's a percentage of wherever
Earth
Bryn currently is. So if Bryn's on Earth and you go to Mars first, you weigh less than a Bryn.
But
When
if
Bryn
he goes
gets
to-
there, you
But
weigh more than a
if Brin gets to Mars before me, I've suddenly tripled my weight.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that right. So there's been some watchy things this episode.
Just a few.
And just a few.
Technical
Great thing.
difficulties.
Sorry.
Technical difficulties. Milton will do him a GoFundMe for a new computer.
No, I'll fix it. It just needs rebooting, rebuilding. But
Needs switching off every now and again. So let's get back onto the real topic here, and that is wheels.
Container ship with a racetrack on it.
BMW have already done that.
Oh
Oh
my
no, it's an aircraft carrier.
god, Bren.
That works.
No,
I watched Captain Phillips the other day. I know how to steal a ship now.
no.
hang on, I know idea. Why not containers?
No,
at sea?
boys. You are thinking way too small.
Desert Island.
Sorry, stealing a container ship is thinking too small.
It's
we want
it's smaller than stealing 6 oil rigs, bolting them together, taking everything off the top, putting some railing round the side. Hey presto, our own private racetrack that no one can do anything about.
Why don't we buy and live on a private island? And then you have your racetrack around the edge of your island.
If anyone would like to donate £5 million each to our GoFundMe, we will go and buy Pablo Escobar's island.
Yes.
Where, if we're really lucky, we'll find all of the cocaine and sell it, and maybe give you back your $5 million.
Or the money that is buried there. He's probably got more money than flowers on that island. This is one hell of a tangent.
This is a mega tangent. So we want to build.
Good luck editing this one, Bam.
That's all right. Don't worry. I think
Explosion!
I think
Tornado!
What's really annoying is Milton is now only doing that because he knows that I have just gone tonight while his computer crashed and got the special effects to do
Okay,
it.
can I throw you a curveball? Volcano!
It's not even a curveball. I've already seen them.
Also, another good solution to Birmingham, that one.
What, a volcano just erupts out of the centre?
Right.
Any number of natural disasters would
Mario
be
Kart did it. Why don't we race it around a volcano?
Right, after that last washy thing in the episode, and we're all laughing because I have said that line 4 times already tonight, trying to get us out of this episode, out of the infinite, never-ending tangents.
Bam, do you want me to do the exit?
No, I'm going to do it. I'm on it. Don't worry. Right, Birmingham Wheels, bad thing. Link to the magical signy is in the description. Go do that.
Change.org.
Along with Bryn's I'm Not a Boy Racer video.
Not a boy
Not
race
Bryn's,
there.
but the one that Bryn was in.
And our video is somewhere here right now for you to go and check out the Drifty Boys doing the drifty thing at the drifty track in the place that has too much Japanese knotweed, and now Birmingham Council want to get rid of it forever because apparently that's the only really way to get rid of Japanese knotweed. And it's not at all for the tornadoes full of cash that are floating around my head right now. There you go.
Facts. Strong facts.
Strong facts.
Also, as you can tell by my blue filter, my PC's crashed again.
Yeah. Milton needs a new PC. It's probably about time that we end this episode, which has been, I don't know how long. Shortest episode ever, potentially. There we go.
Look at the sad face.
Yeah, so, anyway. That's been Matt.
Bye.
That's been Bryn.
Bye.
He's been Milton.
Brian Milton EXE has stopped working.
Bye, guys.
I've been Bam. We will catch you. Well, these lot won't catch you on the next episode. I will catch you on the next episode with some lovely ladies from Modified Girls. And then we will be back as normal the week after. We've got the special guests coming from Boffy Racing pretty soon.
Ooh.
That's going to be a mint episode. So submit your questions for them in the comments down below. We'll catch you later. Have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.